Welcome back, watch fans. We're talking about the Phillips auction in New York. Here we go. Sorry, we got to get the catalog pulled up. We're looking at one of the really interesting lots in the sale. Yeah, actually, look, Phillips is, I think Phillips Sotheby's two best sales in New York. Well, there's only really three, really. But I think Sotheby's got some interesting pieces, but Phillips really pulls out the heavy hitters this time around. And let's see what's in the sale. Of course, feel free to join the live stream at your comments. All right, we'll skip through the kind of the basic stuff here. We'll get to the interesting parts of the sale, past the FP Journs. This is interesting. Again, this is becoming super hot. With that benchmark, what is it, the $7 million sale for that first tourbillon, really the second watch at Journe sold. I don't know. It creates a whole new level, right? I mean, if that thing sold for, I don't know, $7 million or whatever, that means this thing should be worth, why not 500 grand? I don't know. Same watch, basically, right? In theory. I mean, that's kind of the logic. So FP Journe is red hot, but let's get to the interesting things. I just want to look at this real quick. I find this kind of boring. Actually, no. Let me pull this up real quick. Tudor. We're not fans of Tudor on this channel, but the Monte Carlo, very cool watch. We got the date window right there at the bottom at the 6 o'clock. That's I gotta say that's really interesting. Hang on a second. Let's pull this up over here. Let's take a look. What is this? 4,000 to 8,000 estimate, 1974. This seems a little low, right? These usually are going for like what, close to 10 grand, more. But for 5 grand, I think this would be a cool watch. 6 grand if you can get it, full set. Wow. Well, actually, no, just the box. Just the box. Okay. How about, okay, we'll get to the good stuff in just a second. Let's take a look at this Philippe Dufour. I don't understand. Again, this is a brand I completely don't understand the value proposition. This was explained to me, but I really don't get it. I just don't get it. It's, I'm really not that interested in this story that it's handmade completely, the whole, hand finishing. It just doesn't interest me. The watch is just uninspired. I don't get it. Somebody needs to explain this to me. So let's go into this. And crazy price, right? 250 to 500 grand for that watch. I don't know. Hang on a second. Maybe this one can also be explained to me. Let's look at this. We get a night. Oh, this okay. Okay, I kind of get this. I kind of get it, base sort of. So it's a early Calatrava, 1939. Breguet numerals. Okay, 100 to 200,000. Pretty much, I guess you're paying for it for the historical value. Reference launch 37. So it's 36.5 millimeter, which was kind of large, right, for the time. Okay. Okay, so basically this is reference 530, which I'm not familiar with this reference. It's kind of rare apparently, but so this is I think one of the few or the only one with a gilt dial and Breguet numeral. So it's kind of possibly one of whatever, a few. Just a rarity. Great. It looks like it's in great condition. Outside of that, just relatively basic watch. Nothing that exciting about it. It's really not that exciting. But 100, 200,000 estimate you're paying for the rarity value. But I got to tell you, they got some incredible watches here in the sale. We're gonna touch them in a second. We're just starting off a little bit slow here. By the way, these things are getting a lot of traction. The Universal Geneve, Paul Router, 1960, Gerald Genta design. Wow, this one is in really nice. Actually, is it? I can't tell the condition. It looks like it's got some scratches. Something's going on there. The picture is a little bit sus, as they say. Limited edition. Well, full set. Wow, this thing is like what, mint condition? Okay, it's kind of crazy. Kind of crazy. Yeah, so UG is going to be doing a relaunch anytime now, and that's gonna drive some interest to the brand. I mean, they've made some incredible watches. I mean, they're up there with Patek Philippe. I mean, Patek actually was a distributor of theirs in the U.S. But they're just not. They're just really not that appreciated. I mean, well, they're becoming more now. But okay, so we got Patek Mille Repeater Perpetual Calendar Chronograph. What is this? 2019. Wow. 600 to 1.2. Yeah. It's kind of the layout is kind of, I don't know. Very busy, very busy. Just like, come on, you're gonna pay $1 million for a watch for Patek. I mean, I think there's just better stuff out there. I'm gonna skip through this. Let's get to the really interesting stuff. Okay, by the way, I think this is actually one of the sleepers in the sale. I left an Instagram post about this. This is the Octopussy, as it's called, the Octopussy. That's right. Why is it called the Octopussy? Well, because the bracelet has like kind of like an octopus arm tentacle design, right? A very cool watch. The problem is it's a lady's watch, right? This was probably like, I don't know, worn by Pablo Escobar's wife or girlfriend in Colombia or something back in the day, in the 80s. You got emeralds, diamonds on the bracelet. It's the full diamond. I mean, it's a cool design. It's really outrageous. Really outrageous. And the price is cheap, 15 to 30 grand. You might be able to get this for under 20 grand. Like, if your wife or girlfriend is bugging you for a watch, I mean, this is the one you get. I mean, this is like a badass watch. I mean, it's got everything. It's a Rolex. It's gold. It's Octopussy. I mean, what else? I mean, what else do you want? No, it's actually a very cool vintage watch. Very cool. Lange Zone. We've seen some interesting Lange Zones coming to auction. Early with a striped. They probably stole that from Daniel Roth, right? This kind of striped dial. It's not bad. It's a little bit too fussy though. Looks like a very nice quality though. A little bit fussy. Oh, so it's a limited edition. Made for Sincere Fine Watches. Who's Sincere Fine Watches? What is that, in Asia or somewhere? Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I don't know what. Let's see here. Let's see. What else we got? Rolex. Let's take a look at this. Oh yeah, this is kind of cool, right? So we get a day date. Forget about the bracelet. The bracelet is absolute trash. I mean, I know these are rare. People want it, but it's so ugly. The dial. I love this like pyramid design. Look at this. Wow, it's like a silver. Is it a silvery color with gold? And this is early. This is like what, 1960s. What year is this? 67. Yeah, there you go. Ooh, beautiful. I mean, this is I love having like that contrast of two tones. I mean, this is beautiful. Hmm. Woven mesh bracelet. So that's the back of the bracelet. I don't know. The bracelet is trash. Okay, just a benchmark here, just a quick benchmark. Patek Jumbo. Look, if you're gonna get a Nautilus, at least go with it. Get something from the 80s, maybe early 90s maximum. Nothing, and you want something with the sans serif, meaning like this. See the date window? That font, you want that sans serif Euro style font, which the 3800 has. 100 200, solid gold Nautilus, 3700 Jumbo. I think these are actually kind of going to be stuck for a while. I think we've seen kind of the top for this for a while. They're just going to kind of hold. No rush to buy. Like a goose. Unbelievable, but true. That's right. Don't be a tomato can. Don't be a crayon eater. I haven't looked at it. I mean, he's got some shitter watches. I mean, like, Tom Brady, I don't know. I kind of feel bad for the guy, I mean, like, can you imagine? I mean, the thing with Tom Brady, I mean, this guy's got everything going from, I mean, the guy's a great looking guy. I mean, the guy looks like a fucking movie. He looks like a movie star, right? The guy looks like a movie star. He's a superstar athlete, right? He was a football player. What is he like? Won how many Super Bowls? What? I'm not a football follower, but he won like what, 5 Super Bowls? I mean, the guy is like, I mean, really, I mean, that guy is the definition of a champion. He's not a winner. He's a champion. There's a big difference. Okay, that guy is obsessed with winning. Okay, he's obsessed with winning. And that is a very commendable thing, right? I mean, this guy probably could have won 10 Super Bowls. Who knows? And he's got all that going for him. And this Gisele Bündchen dumps him for some guy who's like works out of a shopping mall doing karate lessons or something. I mean, I don't get it. And like, I mean, I'm looking at this like, listen, and this is the scary thing. Imagine this: if Gisele dumps a guy like, by the way, she's over the hill. She's what, pushing 50 years old. I mean, she's not that good looking. I mean, she was good looking when she was, in her 20s or whatever, in a kind of a horsey way. Her face has got that kind of a horsey look. It's kind of a weird. It's a weird horsey look. She might be part male. She may have some male DNA or whatever. She's got a bit of a horsey look to that face. Obviously very stunning and everything. But if she can leave a guy like Tom Brady, I mean, it's like, I mean, I don't know what it says about the state of the world. I don't know what it says about the state of the world. She leaves Tom Brady for this guy who's basically, is basically a loser. I mean, I don't want to say a loser. He seems probably a nice guy. I mean, he's just whatever. And she's having a baby with this guy at 45 or 50, whatever it is. Oh yeah. Wow, that is weird. That is weird. He's selling off that AP with that watch is kind of ugly. It's a weird thing. The guy's selling everything. Is he going to be selling his underwear and his socks? I mean, there's probably guys who pay for this. There's probably a lot of weird people who buy that. No, it's kind of, it's a little bit, it's weird. It's very weird. But I mean, it's very surprising that this Gisele Bündchen. It's a bizarre story, really. But I that's why I feel bad for the guy. I mean, shit. I mean, guy's on top of the world, and like on a scale of 1 to 10, he'd be like a 12, right? Like in terms of all else being equal, right? You add it all up, whatever. She's like, she might have been a 9 or an 8, a 9, whatever, or 10 in theory years back. At this point, who wants this, 50-year-old woman with 5 kids? I mean, I don't know. She's kind of over the hill. I don't know. It's crazy. All right, so we got a Patek Philippe 3450. So this is the modern 34. Again, the blue chip of the Patek range. Perpetual calendar, beautiful. Again, it's the more modern 3448. This has the leap year indicator, but this is very cool because this has the red dot, which I just learned about. I didn't know that they had a red dot. So instead of having 1, 2, 3, 4 for the leap years, it does 1, 2, 3, and the red dot is the fourth year. Kind of funky, right? And this is was retailed by was Italian retailer, right? Well, I said Italian retailer, right? Oh, that's weird. That is weird. It was retailed by Gobbi Milano. So it's an Italian retailer, but this is an English dial. This is an American dial. That's kind of unusual, right? Because usually it'd be Italian dials, which are charming. Okay, so we got to look at something very cool, something extremely cool, which is very underappreciated in the Patek range, which is the rare handcrafts line, which is again the stuff they do very limited numbers, where they do like enamel, cloisonne, marquetry, and all sorts of crazy stuff. It's handmade. So these are handcrafted dials, really done by an artisan. And this is wrapped in plastic, so we're not getting a good view. But so Patek apparently did a series of these flowers, okay, these exotic flowers. So this is it. This is the other flowers, right? There's 4 of these, all still in the plastic, full set. And apparently they only did a 10 of these sets. And what's really cool, cloisonne enamel. Oof, I love cloisonne enamel. So you got the little gold. You see, it's not just enamel. You get the gold kind of in between the colors. I love that. I mean, the dial is a little bit busy with these markers, the hour markers here, a little bit busy. But and again, imagine what this looks like without the plastic. The case, very boring, very uninspired. But what's really cool is on the rotor, they do the same exact flower. They engrave it on the rotor, and now that's a nice touch to have the same flower. Again, they have 4 different flowers on these dials, so they did 4 different rotors. I mean, the case is just so boring. Wow, like Patek ran out of ideas. They ran out of ideas. Well, actually, I might be wrong. Wait, they say that in the catalog. No, I think it's only one of the flowers that they use in the engraving. Yeah, I think it's only one. Yeah, it's not this. That's right. It's only one of the flowers. 50 to 100 grand each for the full set. Sadly, I don't see these getting any traction for a while because, it's a limited, they appeal to kind of a limited market, the handcraft stuff. So yeah, it's kind of a limited thing. But when you have one of these, it's basically like, look, the guy who buys these handcraft watches, that's usually like their 10th Patek, right? It's not like the first one. Usually they have like probably like literally 9 other pieces, and usually heavy hitters. This is like the last one you buy, like just basically, why you buy that? You buy that just to suck up to Thierry Stern, or if you're looking to buy like an application piece. If you want to buy an application piece from Patek, you got to show up wearing one of these watches, wearing a rare handcraft line, because that indicates you're like a real hardcore Patek enthusiast. And the Stern family, I mean, they love that. They love the handcraft stuff. That's their big thing. That's their passion. And they spend a lot of money. They make a big investment in promoting it. Whoa, what is this? This is crazy. Okay, so there's an inscription at the bottom that says "Leading Apprentice, Hialeah Park." Hialeah Park. That's like jockeys. Oh wait, hang on, hang on. I didn't do my research on this. Oh yeah, jockeys. Yeah, yeah. The recipient of this watch is most certainly American jockey Wendell Eads, who, according to a leading apprentice at Hialeah Park, for okay, according to the American Racing Manual, out of 844 mounts in 1941, Eads won 150 races. Woo! Placed 110. Jeez, this guy's like a massive winner. Big, big, big winner. Horse racing history. So this was given to a jockey. Yeah, by the way, this is like the watch you wear when you're timing your race horses. Split-second chronograph. That's cool. But you know what's really cool? This was in the collection of Gordon Bethune, who was, what was he? He was an airline SEAL. Was it the TWA or one of the big airlines? He was a big watch collector, and he sold his collection, I think it was some years back. But it's got the Gordon Bethune provenance. That's, you got this. This watch is a winner. 200 to 400,000. This could get crazy money. Gordon Bethune, winning jockey. I mean, this jockey was like the Tom Brady of horse racing. I mean, that's... Hey, by the way, if you want to get real watches, you check out our auction. That's right, the Dial Market Auction. Click the link in the video description below. We got some deals on Rolex, Patek, and what else? What else? Piaget. Speaking of rare handcrafts, by the way, this is the other watch. If you want to, again, if you want that application piece from Patek, you got to show up with this pocket watch. Look at the back of the watch. One of the most beautiful pieces of art I have ever seen. Look at this. So this is done in enamel. It's a copy of Rousseau's famous painting. I think it's called like Tiger Attacking Buffalo. And it's kind of, this is kind of like a slightly compressed or snapshot version of the painting. The highlights, I guess. It is so beautiful. Look at the details. It's actually, look, and this is done by, what her name? Anita Porcher, who does all their enamel at Patek. I got to tell you something. She signed it at the bottom, right? This is better than Rousseau's original painting. She did a great, great job. I mean, I think Rousseau would be proud. So what was it called? It's called the Douanier Rousseau. What's his name? Douanier, right? Douanier Rousseau. What do they call this thing? There's your movement. Oh, you want to see the dial? The dial is not that good though. Oh yeah. Après Henri Rousseau. After. So it's a copy of his painting, right? That's what she's saying. Après Rousseau. Okay, wow. FMD. FMD. This is what you get. Full set. Unbelievable. Look at this. Oh my God. The guilloche is crazy. I'm not that crazy about the case though. But the watch, I mean, this is everything. You get everything here. I mean, this is like, and here's the great thing. It comes, how does it come? On a stand. That's the great thing about it. What you do is, here's what you do. Okay, so it comes on the stand. You see this? All the Patek handcraft watch pocket watches, they all come on one of these cool like stands, which are all made out of gold, platinum, whatever the watch is made of, yellow gold, white gold, platinum. And this one also has a mahogany kind of base. It's got like a jewel set at the bottom. unbelievable. So that way you could put this on your desk. And if you're a real heavy hitter, what you do is you get all of them. You collect all of them, all the rare handcraft pocket watches from Patek, and you put them, like office, in your office or your man cave. You know what? I'll tell you what. Again, if you want to get that application piece from Patek, what you do, and Terry Stern invites you to go to Geneva for an interview. What you do is you take this pocket watch with you with the stand, like in a Rimowa or a Zero Halliburton aluminum rolling case. You take that into his office. You take the aluminum case, plop it down on his desk. You unlock it, open it up, and put down the watch on his desk on the stand and say, Terry, just give me whatever the fuck I want, all right? And he'll give it to you. Because this, when you have this, it shows you're a real Patek connoisseur, not just a peasant who buys Nautilus and Aquanaut. All right, so now let's talk about upside potential. I think if you had a full set of these pocket watches on the stands, that could be quite valuable. If somebody assembled, they've made, I don't know how many of these, they made maybe 20 different variations over the years. If you had like 20 of them, I mean, that'd be something special. Frank Muller. Okay, let's get to the good stuff here. Jean Lange. Richard Mille. Well, what do we got here? Yeah, now this has got like everything you want in a Richard Mille. This has the color, exotic materials, with like TPT carbon. I don't even know what it is. Very cool complication. It's like basically an engine on your wrist. TPT. Oh yeah, quartz TPT is what they call this. What is TPT? I have no idea. That's the material. Yeah, this is flashy, wild colors. That's what you want in FP Journe. Excuse me, not Richard Mille, not FP Journe. Oh, and they also have a pocket watch too. What is this actually? It's a pocket watch or a? It's a pocket watch. Yeah. Hey, you put this in your pocket. It comes in this bizarre chain. 100 to 200,000. Now, who would? The idea is also to give you a stand so you can put this on your desk. Okay. Titanium. 52 millimeters. So it's a decent size. That's like a full size. They're giving you a full size here. Kind of cool. That's the back of it. I mean, you gotta admit they put thought into this. It's not lazy. They really did put thought into making this. This is like really thought out. Like this is, yeah. This is. I mean, you're getting your money's worth in that pocket watch, as far as a Richard Mille pocket watch. Now, who to wear a Richard Mille pocket watch? I have no idea. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, basic Rolex, Greubel Force. Another Octopussy. This is the men's Octopussy. Oyster quartz, right? Oyster quartz? Yeah. Look at that. The only problem I have with this is it's an oyster quartz. I actually love the case. I love this like case design they did for the oyster quartz. The Shah of Iran had one of these, but as an automatic. The guy had great taste. The late Shah Pahlavi guy had great taste, and he got him. He basically had a special order made with like purple dials, or like I think they were like a red dials, purple dials. I think in white gold, I think it was, or platinum, but this kind of oyster design, not the Octopussy, just a regular day date. This looks mint condition. Yeah, this thing is like, look at the sharp edges. I mean, oof, look at that. Look how sharp that is. Obviously, it has a couple little nicks. It definitely was worn, but beautiful. 50 to 100. Yeah, it's worth it for the rarity. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's see. Okay, they got some shitters here. I don't know what's going on here. They got some cheap watches for a charity or something. Yeah, listen, these charities. Who gives a shit? Okay. You know, speaking of shitters, so we got this Breitling here, stunning green sunburst dial, rose gold case, perpetual calendar, chronograph, and something else. But this is a beautiful watch. I mean, look, if you really love Breitling, this is it. It's a perpetual calendar, chronograph. The moon phase looks beautiful. The dial is beautiful. Everything is great about this watch, except that it's a Breitling. Outside of that, it's great. It's only, it's 43 millimeters. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. I mean, it's a beautiful watch. It really is. Except it's a Breitling. Okay, what else you got? Some dogs with fleas. Height. Let me skip this. I'm just not interested in this parallel. I'm really not. I don't have time. I'm a busy man. I can't deal with this nonsense over here. Yeah, this. I don't want. I just don't want to deal with that crap. Let's see. Oh, okay. Here we go to some interesting stuff. A Datejust with. Wow, this is a really nice jasper dial. It's like a red stone. This watch has got some wear on it. Okay, 18 to 36,000, 1974. Nice. Here we go, heavy hitters. We saw one of these at auction. I think it sold for what, a couple hundred. I forget what it was. It was in the spring, right? The La Caravelle. We saw this except on a strap. This one is on a bracelet, and a tomato can bracelet. How much did that one sell for, La Caravelle? I think it was at Monaco Legends. Oh, I think it was Phillips from Monaco Legends who had it in the spring. 200 to 400,000 for this go around. Oh, there's your dial. I mean, it's okay. It's nothing. It's not. I mean, it's got a certain. You know what? Actually, I tell you what. It has a certain charm. It really does. And oh, it's got the beautiful stars. So basically, you're paying for that dial. That's what you're paying. You're basically paying $250,000 for a dial over here. That's what's going on over here. Oh, look at this, number 29. It looks legit. It was made from Mrs. Koch. The dial was made by Stern Frere. That's Patek Philippe's family. Number 103, the company goes Stern Rolex Octopussy. Okay. Okay, so this one's got some. It's got some interesting. This one's got like an interesting. Yeah, it's got some interesting stuff. Yeah, this could get some. This could get some real money. This could get some real money. Really nice. Uh, yeah, this is, and I think a long term, I think actually your money is pretty safe in these. Uh, Again, it's vintage, but it's still relatively modern enough. In other words, it still has like the dolphin hands. It's relatively clean design. Um, it has a certain Art Deco type of vibe. Um, yeah, it's really, but it doesn't have like the old man 1950s vibe. It has a certain timelessness to it. So long term, I think like you'd be safe holding this for 10 years. It could be $1 million watch by then. Um, as opposed to like the Rolex Daytonas, which I think have been way overhyped for what they are. Way overhyped. I mean, they're mass market watches. What is this? GMT for who? For Iraq? Oh no, UAE. 1973 in solid gold for the UAE. Okay, interesting. Uh, I'm gonna skip through these real quick. See if we can find something interesting. Wow, that's a weird. What a weird Patek. Limited edition 2057. Okay, so this was made to celebrate the year 2000. I don't know, very lazy design. The case is ugly, just like that other case we showed you for the flowers. Very similar design, except this one is yellow gold. Okay, you got a two there. I guess that's for like the second millennium. Okay, all right, I get it. It's kind of very boring. What's in the back? Yeah, a very boring watch. Honestly, this is a dog with fleas. 12 to 24,000. Oof. Dog with fleas. Let's see. We saw one of these at auction a couple months ago. No, Vacheron, shaped Vacheron. I think it actually did very well. I think it sold for like 20,000. Here's another one, Onyx Dial, and actually we have an Onyx Dial Patek coming at our auction. Click the link. It's the $5,000 is the starting bid for the watch that we have in the sale. What happened here? What happened? Oh, it skipped. Okay. Date owl and steel. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh, you know what's great if these dolls when they turn purple, it's very cool and Submariners. But this one is a little rough. I mean, I'm getting tired of seeing these things where they're all banged out. Yeah, this doll is in rough shape. I'm not into this. I don't want to hear about patina. I don't want to hear about that stuff. Uh, Pre-Daytona. Ooh, minty. So you get a Rolex chronograph here. Look how mint this is. The dial is amazing shape. That's pretty nice. No, I don't know. What do you think? What do you punters think of that? Ooh, 40 to 80. There's the sub dolls, sunken sub dolls. 1963. I mean, this watch is done in 1963, and you know what? It looks absolutely timeless. It looks just like any modern Rolex. I don't know if it's good or bad. Uh, Bouchon. Okay, let's. Okay, we got another date Kanjar. Not that interested. AP minute repeater, Tourbillon, 2005, 40 to 80,000. I don't know if this will do well. It's just not that exciting of a watch. It's just not good complication, just not super exciting, you know? Oof. You know, the thing with these RMs is you see it and they're just so wild. Uh, it's kind of like, it used to be like a Ferrari. It used to be like back in the day, a Ferrari or a Lamborghini was, just sexy. But today they look like just wild machines. They're just so crazy and so like outrageous. And that's what this is. I mean, this got kind of that same design language. It's just really like crazy. Like kind of like, the engine of a Lambo or Ferrari. That's what this looks like basically. It's limited edition. So white ceramic with carbon TPT flyback. 150 to 300. That seems like a good deal. I mean, relatively speaking for RM. I can't believe we're saying that. 150 to 300, not bad. And one of our viewers has one of these. Not this edition, but I think the more basic one. Let's see. Let's take a look. Perpetual calendars. What do we got here? These are actually a pretty good deal. If you're looking for Patek Perpetual calendar for 30 grand, you can pick one of these up. Obviously on a different strap, but it's pretty nice. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, okay. And this one here is do yourself a favor. Do yourself a big favor. Avoid this one here. This is like a dog with fleas. It really is. It's just got too much going on here. What a messy design. You got this gear shape. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess. 25 to 30,000. Perpetual calendar. Oh, yeah, the retrograde. Full set. See, nobody wants them. That's the thing. Nobody wants this. Wow. Okay. A Saru 2010. So the problem with this is because you get the gems on the bezel, it's almost useless. Good photo. Okay, this watch, honestly, this is like one of these Pateks I really have a problem with. This is like Thierry Stern era. And this shows you everything wrong with Patek, their modern design kind of thing, right? So you got a minute repeater world time. Look how ugly the fonts are. The fonts are so boring. Yeah, these are terrible fonts. I don't know. The dial design is a hot mess. Apparently, this is a cloisonné or whatever enamel of the map of Geneva. Like, I don't even know what that is. It could be anything. I think they have one for Tokyo also. I think there's a Tokyo edition like this. But it's just, I don't know, it's just a hot mess, this design. What's kind of interesting, vaguely interesting to me, is you got these kind of modern lugs that they have now. That's pretty interesting. You get the coin, or not the coin, you get a Clou de Paris edge. So the case actually is a cool case. I mean, actually, I like the case. I really do like the case, but the design of the dial is just a dog with fleas. Yeah, it's a hard pass. 800 to 1.6. Big ones. All right, guys, that wraps up. Our Phillips preview. Let me know what you think. Leave your nasty and vicious comments below. Make sure you click uh, in the video description link to get our free watch newsletter coming to you in the mail, in the email, that is. And we also got an incredible auction coming up December 4th with amazing deals on some vintage watches, including Audemars Piguet Royal Oak Solid Gold Dual Time. We're going to have that coming up for $25,000 starting price December 4th. Click the link in the video description below to get into the auction. So we'll see you all on the next one.